Arrogance. One day, Paxton was taking a train of stone from the Blue Mountain Quarry to the other railway. He arrived at Barrow feeling very pleased with himself. Just then, a big green Class 40 diesel arrived with a train of coaches.
Never thought I'd see a Class 08 outside of a shunting yard,
the diesel sneered. What do you mean? Asked Paxton.
Over here, your type doesn't usually pull mainline trains, the diesel explained. That's a job usually left for us prestigious high-class locomotives.
Well, I'm from Sodor, Paxton replied, and over there, they just give whatever job needs doing.
Sodor, said the diesel, is a laughingstock. They insist on keeping us modern, reliable, and up-to-date engines on the sidelines, while those old, dirty, obsolete steam kettles get proper treatment. It's disgraceful.
Not true, retorted Paxton. On Sodor, they treat steam and diesel engines equally. Then Paxton noticed the diesel's number, D261. Wait a minute! You're Bowler! He exclaimed.
Figured those blasted steam engines would have told you, the diesel growled. Get a bowler hat stuck in your air intake one time, and you never hear the end of it! I'm glad I didn't say goodbye to them when I left that horrid island.
Paxton was taken aback.
Listen, continued the diesel. Deep down, you know you're not valued over there. Now, if you were like me, he went on, you'd be at the top of the food chain.
But engines don't eat food, said Paxton, feeling very puzzled.
No, you idiot,
snarled the diesel, losing patience.
I mean you'd be among the elite. Heed my words.
And with that, the diesel set off, leaving Paxton a bit conflicted. On his way home, he kept thinking about what the diesel had said. I wish I was as high class as him, he said to himself. Maybe then I'll be appreciated. The next day, Gordon arrived at Knapford Station, ready to take the express as usual. But he was very surprised to see Paxton coupled up to the coaches.
And what do you think you're doing?
Gordon spluttered. I'm taking the express, said Paxton. After all, I work just as hard as you do, and I deserve some special treatment. Gordon seethed with fury.
Oh, just you wait until the fat controller hears about this!
Soon, the guard's whistle blew. Paxton hooted loudly and slowly made his way out of the station. Paxton could not go fast. In fact, he was traveling at his maximum speed, which was only 20 miles per hour. Gordon laughed long and loud while Paxton struggled. Eventually, he gave up. I'm sorry, Gordon, he said. You can have your coaches back. So Paxton was uncoupled, and Gordon soon puffed away with the express, leaving behind a very embarrassed Paxton, who was still determined to prove he was just as important as the diesel he had met the other day. Later, Paxton arrived at the shunting yards. Charlie and Stafford were there.
Hello, Paxton,
puffed Charlie.
I've just shunted your train into the siding over there.
Paxton looked at his train in disgust. It was a bunch of rubbish trucks to be taken to the waste dump. Do you expect me to pull that? He said indignantly.
Fat controller's orders, replied Stafford.
I am an imported engine, Paxton sneered. I can't be seen with those filthy trucks. It would ruin my image. Charlie and Stafford looked at each other in confusion. Then Paxton spotted another train lined up with clean goods vans. I'll take that train over there, he said proudly, and rumbled away.
But that's Henry's train, said Charlie. You can't take that.
Henry can take those dirty trucks. He's used to smell anyway, replied Paxton.
Paxton? What's gotten into you?
asked Stafford, but Paxton was already on his way to Vickerstown with Henry's long train of produce.
Oh dear,
Charlie puffed worriedly.
Henry won't be happy about this.
Charlie was right. When Henry arrived at the yard, he was furious. Where's my produce train? he demanded. Stafford told Henry about Paxton.
So I guess this means you'll have to take those waste trucks to the dump van, Henry.
Henry could not believe what he was hearing. He was still cross when he puffed away. Meanwhile, Paxton was rolling along the line. The vans, however, were causing trouble.
Go faster! Go faster!
They said. This is as fast as I can go, Paxton replied. Soon they reached Gaunt's Hill. Paxton struggled to get to the top. The vans weren't making it any easier. They put their brakes on, and Paxton's wheels began slipping.
Come on!
He said, straining, but the vans ignored him.
Hold back! Hold back!
They giggled. Suddenly, Paxton stopped, had used up all his fuel. Paxton's driver went to get help, leaving the little diesel feeling very sorry for himself. After a long time, Henry arrived, and the Fat Controller was with him. Paxton knew he was in trouble now.
I am disappointed, Paxton,
He said.
You have been very problematic today. What is the meaning of your behavior?
Paxton told the Fat Controller all about the diesel from the other railway and what he had said.
Sounds like Bowler.
Henry chimed in. D261 is his number, I think. Yes, that's the one, Paxton confirmed.
I sent that diesel packing years ago,
Replied the Fat Controller.
Don't listen to a word he says, because the type of arrogance he demonstrated to me is not something I will tolerate from my engines. Understand?
Paxton agreed, still feeling very ashamed. The next day, Paxton took another train of stone to the other railway. When he pulled into Barrow, he saw a different diesel at the platform. Where's D261? Asked Paxton.
Don't know,
Replied the diesel.
I haven't seen him all day.
Then a loud horn was heard in the distance. D261 pulled in with a train of dirty coal trucks. Paxton laughed. So much for being a high-class engine, eh? He chortled.
Shut up!
Growled D261 as the trucks clattered noisily behind him. Well, that was a surprise, chuckled Paxton.
Not really,
Said the diesel.
He pulls good trains every now and then. He just hates doing it, especially when the trucks are dirty. But I think it serves him right considering how much of a pain he is.
Me too, Paxton replied.